really gives me a great pleasure to be with you today. One reason is because in every household, in every family, who is the caregiver, who is the health provider? Mother, right? So is the women. The women power, I see here, the large majority, less than 10% is the men here. Most of them are women. As soon as a girl enters a college, she becomes a lady. As soon as a boy enters a college, he becomes a gentleman. That's the criteria of being a college student. Today, I am going to address to you on the medicinal plants. What's a medicinal plant? I will start with a small story for you. Okay? There was a group of students, disciples, who were sitting in front of the Guru. The Guru told them, you go into the forest, come back with few plants which are not useful as medicine. Come back with plants which are not useful in medicine. The Shishyas, the disciples, went into the forest. They came back. Each of them had a set of plants in their hands. There was one disciple by name Atreya. He came out empty-handed. All the other disciples were laughing at him. All the other disciples were laughing at him. And they were asking, why you have not bought any plants? Probably you have not ventured into the forest. Atreya politely told his master, the Guru, Guruji, I could not find even a single plant in the forest which is not useful as medicine. Okay? You get the message? Every plant that you see, maybe the plant in a roadside, maybe the plant in your garden, maybe the plant that is in the forest, each one of them has some utility as some medicine. Maybe some of poisonous, maybe some of toxic, but even then, they also have some medicinal pharmacological action. That's the message I want to give you today. Because you being students of biotechnology, biochemistry, you should really appreciate how these medicinal plants could be useful to the human being, right? Why do we use plants? When I talk about plants, the idea that we get as plants is that it should be a small one. It should be a herb. It should be of 2 feet high. No. When we call something as medicinal plant, because when we talk about plant, it talks about everything in the plant kingdom. It could be an algae, it could be something else, it could be a herb, it could be a shrub, it could be a climber, it could be a runner, it could be a tree, what not. Right? So, everything. A chediya irukkalam, kodiya irukkalam, marama irukkalam, odu kodiya irukkalam, pada kodiya irukkalam. அது எப்படி இருந்தாலும் அது வந்து ஒரு மருத்துவ தாவரம் தான். அதுல வந்து நம்ம கிளியரா புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். That is what we should understand first, primarily. Okay. Plants have various applications. Though we are restricting ourselves to medicinal plants today, plants have got various applications. What are the applications? We have pharmaceuticals, phytopharmaceuticals, cosmeceuticals. What is the cosmeceuticals? The plants that will be used in cosmetic application. Plants which will be used in personal care application. Maybe a hair colorant, maybe a face wash, maybe a shampoo, maybe a fairness cream. So, cosmeceutical. Then you have the nutraceutical or the food supplement. When you are deficient in some of the nutrition, then you call it as a supplement given for covering that is called as nutraceutical. So plants could be used as a pharmaceutical, plant could be used as a cosmeceutical, plant could be used as a nutraceutical. Got it? as a natural colorant, natural dyes, right? Not just for your hair, for your clothes also, for your denim also. The jeans that people wear, that blue color comes from indigo plant. Plants could also be used as food colorants. Food colorants. We are using synthetic colors in food, which is toxic and harmful. In that place, we have a lot of plant materials which could be used as food colorants. Plants could also be used for ornamental purpose, for looking good, feeling good. The moment you go into the nature, you enjoy the nature, right? Because of the different shades of the plants, different bright colors of the flowers. Flowers are beautiful, right? So that is the ornamental purpose of plants. Plants are used in perfumery. Plants are used in flavor industry. So the application of plants is so wide. Our cloths, nylon is a recent onset, right? Polymers are recent onset, maybe 3 decades. Prior to that, we were using only cotton based, silk based, natural fibers. Where does the silk come from? Silkworm. What does the silkworm eat? Mulberry, right? So all are interdependent. All are interdependent. So plants have a wide application. This knowledge of plants can be applied for biotechnology to develop new plant varieties, to make the plants resistant to disease, resistant to pest, and plants are also used as natural biopesticides. Nochi, Vitex negundo, is used as a biopesticide. Aloe vera is used as a biopesticide. Our asafoetida, penicillin is used as a biopesticide. So plants also, neem, you know pretty well, is a biopesticide. So plants can also be used in the agricultural area, in the horticultural area. So the wide application of plants have no limit. So let me limit to 40 plants which are very important, which every one of you should know as a commoner. Leave alone as a student of science, as a commoner, every one of us should know about these plants. So here we go. I'll start with the most common and the most auspicious of the plants. What is the most common and most auspicious of the plants? Turmeric, right? The first list, name in the glossary list is what? Turmeric. Now, what kind of research has happened in turmeric? Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin. Curcumin is a very common name. For all the coumarins that is present in that, curcuminoids is a group of compounds. They are now generally called as the name curcumin. Right? Today, research has proven curcumin is a powerful antioxidant. Curcumin is a powerful free radical scavenger. When I talk about antioxidant, free radical scavenger, that means it prevents. What does it do? An antioxidant free radical scavenger, what does it do? It prevents aging. Excellent. It prevents aging. So that's a primary benefit. So what are the features of the aging? Loss of memory. Our country has started getting that problem now because we have a baby boomer population. The population of elders. With all medicines, the life expectancy is increased. But is the quality of life improved? People live longer, popping up a lot of medicine. There was a time when we were talking about food as medicine. Now we are talking medicine as food. Right? So this aging population suffers from dementia. What is dementia? Loss of memory. So curcumin is found to be a very effective drug for preventing Alzheimer's disease, the disease caused in the elderly, wherein the recent memory is lost, the senile dementia, the loss of memory which occurs in the elderly. Curcumin is also found to be very effective in preventing multiplication of cancer cells in the body. So it is an anti-cancer agent. Curcumin is very good for arthritis too. Arthritis, the degenerative arthritis, where the elderly people suffer from pain in the knee particularly. So this can also be prevented by curcumin. right? How does it work? So various are, wound healing property of turmeric is very well known to you. I don't have to talk about it. Antibacterial activity of cumin, you know well, I don't have to talk about it. And the best part is, it also inhibits Helicobacter pylori. What is Helicobacter pylori? It's a causative organism which causes gastritis, subsequently acid peptic disease, subsequently ulcer. The pylorus end of the stomach, it causes ulcer. So this also can be inhibited by turmeric. That's a very important finding. How does it work? So a lot of research has also happened on how this work. Generally earlier people used to say, எல்லா மூலிகைக்கு எல்லா பெனிஃபிட் நீங்க சொல்லிடுவீங்க, ஆனா இது எப்படி ஒர்க் பண்ணுதுன்னு கேட்டா உங்களுக்கு சொல்ல தெரியாது அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கம்ப்ளைண்ட். Now research has proven that it inhibits the breakdown of the amyloid beta oligomers, the entwined fibers, and aggregates the lumps. The study was carried out in rodents. Then this is a very important term. It's at home. All these things that I'm going to talk about are all at home, right? The dry ginger is called as chukkur. Ginger or the dry ginger both have very powerful activities. One is they are anti-inflammatory. Inflammation, they reduce the inflammation. Next very important feature is it's good for digestion, right? You take a ginger tea, it's good for digestion. That inflammation also is not good. But it's very good for a condition called migraine. Have you heard about migraine? Yes. Headache, a cluster headache, a pain in one side of the head. It occurs because of anxiety, it occurs because of stress. So in migraine headache, chukku is an excellent remedy. And also, have you heard about travel sickness or motion sickness? When people travel in buses, they start getting vomiting sensation. They sometimes vomit also. When they go in the sea, they get giddiness. When they fly, they get giddiness. So this motion sickness can very effectively be controlled by dry ginger. All the more important, when patients suffer from cancer, they undergo chemotherapy and they undergo radiotherapy. Once they undergo chemotherapy and radiotherapy, their appetite significantly comes down. They always have a feeling of nausea or vomiting. So, dry ginger, chukkur, is a well-known remedy for the adverse effect of cancer treatment. It's a supportive treatment in cancer management. One more important thing is, because of the group of women I'm talking about, it is effective in dysmenorrhea. What is dysmenorrhea? It's the pain which occurs during the menstrual period. The pain for the menstrual period, dry ginger is a very good remedy. Then pepper. Pepper is at home. We use it. There's a common saying in Tamil which says, "Pathu midavirundha pagavan veettilum unavarundhalam." What does it mean? If you take 10 peppercorns, you can even eat food in your enemy's house. So who is our enemy? When you take food in the hotel, which is unhygienic, right? Always choose to take any one of these two. One is pongal and other is rava dosa. Do you know why? It will contain minimum of 10 peppercorns, right? So, pepper is a very good antidote. Pepper is a very good antihistamine, very good anti-allergic drug. Pepper is a good digestive. Beyond all these things, what is more important is it features a bioavailability enhancer. What is a bioavailability enhancer? Whatever you take, be it food, you consume something, your body should be in a position to absorb it, right? Only if they absorb it, they will be effective, whether the nutrition or the drug. So if the bioavailability enhanced, then quantum of drug that you give, for example, if you have to give 100 milligram of medicine, if the bioavailability is enhanced, it will be sufficient if you do 60 milligram of the medicine, because the medicine will be better absorbed into your system and it will have a better functioning, better pharmacological activity into your system. Am I clear? Similarly, any food that you take, if you want nutrition, enhanced nutrition, you should add pepper with that. That's why in the hotel, what do they keep in the table? Salt for enhancing taste and pepper for enhancing digestion. Right? Salt and pepper. And you all know in the traditional practice, if there is a sore throat, what do you suggest? Take turmeric and peppercorns in milk. If you have palm jaggery or palm candies, something like that, it's all the more good. A long pepper, tipili. You know tipili rasam? You can also make rasam with the leaves. Also make rasam with the leaves, not just with the tipili. The roots are used, the stems are used, the leaves are used, the pods are used. The pods are also spikes. The spikes typically are also used. Where is it used? We were discussing just before. It is used in disease conditions which are immune related. If you have an immune compromised condition, if you have frequent episodes of wheezing, asthma, a long pepper either in powder form or a prepared medicine for CTMR is very, very effective in controlling asthma. It's also useful in skin allergies, not just respiratory allergies, it's also useful in skin allergies. This again is like, they belong to the same family. Pepper, long pepper, pepper beetle. Pepper beetle is what? Pepper beetle. Come on, you're right. Louder please. Bethalide, which is a very common herb, very auspicious in our culture. Right? Either a good thing or a bad thing will leave better finds the first place. Right? So this also contains what is called as piperine and piperlatin. Piperine and piperlatin are excellent as an antihistamine, anti-allergic, bioavailability enhancer. They can also kill the worms in the intestine. Therefore, it can also enhance your digestion and nutritional status. Research have been carried out by CTMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, which has confirmed that in tuberculosis, now we are getting problems of drug-resistant tuberculosis. Tuberculosis in AIDS patients, tuberculosis in diabetes patients. A lot of problems with tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is not a disease that we are able to eliminate still because of the drug resistance. So in those conditions also, co-administering the medicines along with tipili is of great help. This is very important. Terminalia chabula, kadikai. Terminalia chabula, kadikai. What is the health benefit of kadikai? See, you have the mature fruit and you also have the tender fruit. Kadikai and kadikai pinj. The health benefits vary between the two. Right? Kadika pinj is a laxative. Laxative means it eases the bowel movement. Whereas kadika can arrest diarrhea. One important information that I want to share with you. This hides, the leather, the skin of the animal are made into beautiful leather products, purses, coats, jerkin, shoes. For processing the hide, what do they use? Kadikai, because kadikai contains tannin. So that is why the industry is called as tanning industry, leather tanning industry. Right? If kadikai can soften the hides, the skin of animals, Though our skin thicker than that, it's softer. Okay? So, for a face wash or cleansing, there is nothing better than kadika to make your skin soft. And kadika is also a powerful antibacterial. Kadika is also a powerful antifungal agent. Right? And kadika is astringent. Kadika is astringent. All members of the Terminalia family, all members of the Terminalia family are very good as cardiotonics, are very good as cardiotonics. There is a saying in Tamil, Kadukkayan Thayum Karudil Vandendalum. Kadukkai Thayukku Adhigam Kan. How is that? In English, though Kadukkai and mother are equal, Kadukkai is superior to the mother. Terminalia chabula is superior to the mother. Do you know why? Mother feeds the child with nutrient food and nourishes the child. Whereas Kadukkai can eliminate disease and still nourish the child. Therefore, Kadukkai is superior to mother. So, such an excellent medicine that we have. The next one is gooseberry, Indian gooseberry, Nellika amla. I don't have to talk about amla to you, right? You know the benefits of Nellika very well, that means, right? What does it contain? Vitamin C, right? But vitamin C, remember my dear friends, is very unstable as an individual material. Vitamin C is very unstable as an individual material. Whereas the vitamin C in Nellika is very stable because of the presence of trace elements, magnesium. Because of the presence of trace elements in Nellika, the vitamin C in Nellika is more stable than the pure form of vitamin C. Therefore, the availability of vitamin C to our health, our body, when we consume Nellika is far superior than taking tablets of vitamin C. You should remember that, right? And the health benefits of Nellika is not only confined to vitamin C present, it's also because of the polyphenols. Nellika also contains polyphenols. This polyphenols is also helpful to our body. It can be of great help to our body. Nellika is a hypoglycemic agent. Nellika is an immunomodulant agent. Nellika is an adaptogenic. Nellika can nourish you, and Nellika can prevent aging because of its antioxidant benefit. So Nellika's benefit is far and wide. No session will be adequate. It's anti-atherosclerotic. What is atherosclerotic means? The thickening of the blood vessels. The thickening of the blood vessels, arteries, by accumulation of fat. That will be reversed if you take Nellika. Tandrika again, because Kadukkai, Nellika and Tandrika together are called as the Triphala. They together are called as the Triphala. But one important benefit of Tandrika, it's very good as a bronchodilator. It's a combination of antichlorogenic and a calcium channel antagonist. Calcium channel antagonist means this is a drug. Tandrika is a good drug for hypertension. What is hypertension? Increased blood pressure. Very good. I appreciate it. Right? Aradoda, Vasika, a very common herb. This can be grown as a hedge plant. This can be grown as a hedge plant. You don't have to grow it within your garden. You can grow it even outside your compound. Right? There are set of plants that I feel that every household should have. One of them is Ada-doda. And there is a saying in Tamil which says, Ada-dodayum aindu milagum, Padar navum padum. So every one of you want to be a super singer in actor, right? So if you want your voice to be better and superior, take Ada-doda as a decoction. It's bitter. That is why cattle don't browse it. Because the sheep don't browse it, it is called as Adu Toda Irai. next plant, it will get dry farming. You can grow it even when there is very little of water. Nobody will destroy it excepting the people who sell the flower. So caution is be careful with it, right? This is very good for bronchospasm. See, when you get asthma, when you get cold, when you get allergy, what happens is the bronchial wall gets thickened with layer of mucosa and the pathway, air pathway becomes narrow. Air pathway becomes narrow. Therefore, you get a bronchospasm. Then you will not be able to breathe properly. So this Adha dilates and relieves the bronchospasm. It removes the sputum, acts as an expectorant, and is very good for cold and cough and bronchitis, and also effective in bronchial asthma. This is very common. Alphenia officinarum or Alphenia calcarata, the variety that you find here. For the Chitta, you have heard about it. Rasna in Sanskrit. It's a very good anti-inflammatory. For any pain, body pain, muscle pain, myalgia, arthralgia, a decoction of dried ginger, chukku, with Chitta is very effective. And if you have a sore throat, if you have a problem in your voice, take a small piece of Chitta and chew it. Keep it under your tongue. Your voice will become better. You will not have hospital voice. Don't ask me if I have tried it now. I have no recovery today. Otherwise I will try. It's a carbonated. It's a bronchodilator again. It's very effective in respiratory diseases also. Do you know about this? Yes, what is it used for? Nilavember, Andrographis paniculata. Okay. For reducing fever. Diabetes. Good. This is called the king of bitters. This is called the king of bitters. It's highly bitter. It's highly bitter. But this is one remedy which can bring down the multiple conditions. It's very good for fever, very good antiviral agent, therefore good for liver diseases. Because of bitter alkaloids can lower the blood pressure, because of bitter alkaloids, antidophlogs can lower your blood sugar level. So all in one, if you take a decoction of Nilavember, the multiple problems of today, the diabetes, with hypertension, with obesity, with cardiac conditions, all can be managed with one herb called Nilavember. It's also a powerful appetite stimulant, hepatoprotective. When I talk about appetite stimulant, it's very important for you. You know why? Most young mothers, what is the general complaint? My children are not eating well. So therefore, they require some medicine to enhance the appetite in children. Right? This is a long-term remedy. It just not enhances the appetite, improves the liver function, improves every organ, therefore is a very effective in children. So see, I'm going to skip because you know well. Attractus componicus, Omavali. What's the significance? Digestion. Helpful in respiratory illness. What does it contain? Thymol. It contains a compound called thymol. Where do you get this thymol again? All your pain bombs will contain two ingredients. One is menthol, another is thymol. Menthol and thymol go together. Even in the European herbs, you have the thymol in Thymus vulgaris. In Thymus vulgaris, you have thymol. And another ingredient, food ingredient, which is used in diarrhea in children and digestive in children. Have you heard of Oma water? Oma water also contains thymol. So it's common among various plant species, and because of it, thymol, what is more important? The scientific part of it is more important. It's not just a simple remedy. You should know how it acts. It acts because of its antihistamine activity. How does it help? It is a mast cell stabilizer. Mast cell stabilizer. Thereby prevents secretions. Therefore, it is an excellent antihistamine drug. So simple Omavali. You don't require a great care for this. Such an excellent plant has got all the more excellent benefits. So we simply grow Omavali as an ornamental. How many of you have made a recipe of Omavali? No one. Right? Omavali can be taken as a nice pachadi. Incidentally, I had it today with the ragi idiyappam and Omavali pachadi was my food this morning. Right? It's an excellent recipe, very tasty, palatable recipe. And in the monsoon time, you can make a bhaji of Omavali leaf and give it to children. They will enjoy it. Correct, I am skipping. Okay. This is Vitaenia somnifera. Ashwagandha. Gandha means smell. Ashwa is what? Horse. Right? Ashwagandha. Tamil is called as Amkara Perennial. Why it's called as Amkara Perennial? Is because if there is an inflammation, if it's a swelling, it will suppress the inflammation. It will suppress the inflammation. That means the swelling will come down. So the swelling is called as Amkara Perennial. Very important, very important about this is, how many of you have heard about Defense Research Development Organization, DRDO? You have heard about it? The Defense Research Development Organization, Department of Physiology, has carried out a study on this drug, ashwagandha, as an adaptogen. What is an adaptogen? Mean adapting right? Himalaya section glacier orange. Similarly, if our troops today we are saying war, it is not a war, at least exchange of fire between Pakistan and India in different sectors of Jammu and Kashmir, right? So how do these people withstand the cold climate? There are two kinds of stress. One is they are not in the family. The family is undergoing some problem, they are outside. Physical stress or the temperature. Third stress, mental stress because of the enemy. Because of the enemy firing. How do our soldiers withstand all these things? By training. One is training, second is the food, third is ashwagandha. You should know that. One of our Indian one of our traditional knowledge, one of our traditional wisdom is useful in helping our soldiers to withstand the stress. It helps endurance, physical endurance. This helps in improving the stamina of the individual. So that's why ashwagandha is revered in traditional system. It's an antioxidant, it's an nerve tonic, it's an anti-inflammatory, it is an anti-anxiety, it's a sedative. What happens? So anything which you take little more, anti-anxiety drug, if you take little more, it will become a sedative. So 5 gram ashwagandha, but this is very important for you, right? See, Bacoba munaria need Brahma Jalabrahmi. It looks big, but it's a small runner. Seeing wherever there is water stagnation. And Bacoba munari contains two compounds called bacosides, A and B. These bacobasides are rich in a substance called gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA. Gamma aminobutyric acid. This GABA is very helpful in two things. What? Retention and recall. Retention and recall. Answer. Retention is good. Recall. As an mark, I would not have come to biotechnology. Don't feel like that. Every field, wherever field you belong to, try to be the topper. Right? I studied traditional medicine. Most people of my time never used to look at traditional medicine as a good option. Right from my schooling, preschooling to schooling, I studied in English medium. But when I went into the Siddha Medical College, the language of teaching is Tamil. Right? So it's altogether new. And people never used to respect Siddha physicians like what respect we demand or command today. Right? That was the time when we were looked down upon. Choose the field, choose the area, try to be the topper in the field, you will be recognized. Right? That's the message I want to give you along with Dhamma and beauty acid of Dr. There's a saying in Tamil for Vallare. Vallare Tinna Vallare Yar Nigarra. Kallare Pola Kalandamal. Vallare Lavanam Jadipatri Unna Pome Vallare. Kallare Pola Kalandamal. Yar Kalandamal? People who do not study properly have to be worried. Right? Rest of the people don't have to be worried about anything. Fear not. Right? Fear not. If you have adequate knowledge, information, wisdom, you don't have to be worried about or fear about anything. Right? So for that, Mallara is good. But all the more important, again, because the women I am trying to stress the point, it's very good for anti-aging. So what are the features of aging? Narai, Thirai, Moopu, Pini, Chakadu. These are the features of aging. Right? What is Narai? Graying of hair. Thirai, wrinkles in the faces. Wrinkle in the abdominal line. This is Thirai. Right? Moopu is thickening of the artery, diminution of vision, diminution of hearing. Right? Lack of proper perception, loss of memory. These are all aging, features of aging. Right? Centrala asiatica, as it's called, Botupola in the international market, is excellent for preventing aging, especially the fine line. It is very good for wound healing. Why it's important for women? After pregnancy, after delivery, women develop a line, white line in the stomach, called as linea alba. Linea alba. It could be sometimes a permanent mark. To remove that linea alba, to remove the fine line, remove the wrinkles in the face, you can make a cream of Centrala asiatica and very effective. Bacopa moneri and Centrala asiatica both are nervine tonic, but Bacopa moneri can be even administered in a pregnant woman, whereas Centrala asiatica cannot be, because that's a garbastabili that will enable strengthen the fetus. This is not. It can stimulate the nerve and lead to abortion after the early phase. And if somebody has convulsion, epilepsy, Bacopa moneri can be given and Centrala asiatica cannot be given. Right? Clear? Don't abuse, overuse Vallare. And Vallare is also good for wound healing. Non-healing ulcer, diabetes ulcer, red sore. Right? Those kind of venous ulcers, all these conditions, Centrala asiatica is very good. This is relatively a plant which was introduced into India, I would say, at least in the southern India. Cat's whisker, Pune inside. Orthosiphon grandiflorus. The flower is beautiful. You look at that, it looks like the mesa of Pune, right? Pune mesa. Orthosiphon grandiflorus, it's good in lowering lead, urea, and serum creatinine. Lot of people, as a secondary complication to diabetes, or in many conditions, develop renal failure. It could be an acute renal failure because of drug induced, it could be chronic renal failure because of repeated infection. Those conditions, Pune mesite Java tea is an excellent remedy. And Ashwagandha, you all know, but very important, this is the only herb, if it grows up to 2 feet high, if it's 70 days from growth, it will have the phyllanthrin and hypophyllanthin at the right level, only at that maturity. When that is required, jaundice can allow. If you are using small plants, they are ineffective. Right? That's the message I want to transmit. It's very good in binding both the hepatitis A and B virus. Dinospora cardifolia is a climber, tall climber. Any tall tree you will find that. Heart-shaped leaf. The heart-shaped leaf is called as cardifolia. Cardifolia, folia is leaf. Cardifolia. It's very good as an antipyretic, anti-diabetic, and you have to use the mature stem, not the thin stem. You have to use the mature stem, 10 years old at least. So that stem is a very good immunomodulant. Because why I am repeatedly talking about immunomodulant is because now people are suffering from immune-related disorders like bronchial asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and various other conditions where immune mechanism is compromised. HIV, immune mechanism is compromised. Diabetic patients, long-term illness, immune mechanism is compromised. Chronic renal failure, immune mechanism is compromised. In most of the immune compromised condition, you require immunomodulant. So Kudochi is a good immunomodulant. Again, significance of women. Saraka Ashoka is not your veggie. What you see here is veggie mostly Ixora. It is not Ixora, it is Saraka Ashoka. It is not the Nichilingam also, Polyantria. It's a branch plant. This is, when you talk about Ashoka, Saraka Ashoka, whom do you remember? Ashoka Vanam. Sita. What is the significance? Sita is the embodiment or a representation of women. So for all gynecological disorders related to women, excessive menstruation or abnormal menstruation or low menstruation, painful menstruation, most of the menstrual related disorders, the bark of Saraka Ashoka is an excellent remedy. Ashoka Arishnan would have heard, Ashoka Nipati would have heard. So Ashoka is such an excellent remedy. It's a good uterine tonic. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's an anti-diabetic. The leaves are also analgesic. The Corporation of Chennai wanted to promote it big as a biopesticide. But this is a very good anti-inflammatory analgesic. It's a good anti-inflammatory and analgesic that will reduce the pain, it will reduce the inflammation. So it can be, see in Philippines, in every government hospital, they give a herbal medicine which is made up of nochi. In Sanskrit it's called as nilgundi. In Philippine local language it's called as lagundi. Even the name are common between Philippines and India. And for viral fever, flu, body pain, nochi tablet. They have rolled nochi into a tablet and they administer tablet. Also Philippines is non-organized. We in India use nochi thailam for body pain. We make a fermentation. A pouch. That pouch will be soaked in medicated oil and used for massage and applying fermentation. So there we use nochi very well. And when you have body pain, myalgia, very neck and pain, take the leaves of Vitex Nebula or nochi, put it in boiling water, allow it to stand for some time, have a bath with nochi water. It's very effective. And if you have nasal obstruction, sinusitis, heaviness of the head, put that in water, hot water, engage the steam along with nochi. It's very effective in relieving that sinusitis also. It contains an essential oil, which is all the members of this family contain an essential oil, which is very effective as an antibacterial also, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, analgesic. This is another important plant. I thought I would skip some plants, but it looks that everything is important. Right? Indigo ferraticoria, Neeli Patra. The Neeli Brigadic hair oil, you know that for your hair, nourishing the hair, for giving the hair the color, Neeli, Indigo ferraticoria. See, the World War II, indigo played a very important role, the war for the indigo plant. Right? They wanted to make more indigo, grow more indigo plants, and many regions, particularly in the northern part of Tamil Nadu, were used for cultivation of indigo by the Britishers. Right? And that is the plant that is used for dairy. But what is more important is, have you heard about urticaria or allergy? You get rashes all over your body suddenly, you don't know why it comes. In those conditions, small quantity of indigo leaves with black pepper corn made into a decoction and taken, it's very, very effective. It's very, very effective. Indigo plant, a decoction of the leaves of indigo plant. Indigo plant, you can soak it in coconut oil, expose the sun for 4 hours, warm it gently, filter it, use for hair oil. One of the major problems you confront at this age, what is that? Hair fall and dandruff. Right? Hair fall and dandruff could very effectively be controlled with the hair oil which contains indigo. Another important. Terminalia Arjuna. Terminalia Arjuna. This is a huge tree. See, if you want to know how deep is the water in an area, or area தண்ணி எவ்வளவு டெப்த்ல இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா எங்கெல்லாம் மருத நிலம். See, we classify our land into 5, right? குறிஞ்சி, முல்லை, மருதம், நெய்தல், பாலை. So the one of what is the fertile of the 5? மருதம். வயலும் வயல் சார்ந்த இடமும் மருதம். So இந்த மருத மரம் Terminalia Arjuna. This Terminalia Arjuna is a very, very effective plant. The bark of it is used as a decoction. The bark of it is used as a decoction in cardiac conditions. In cardiac conditions. Now there will be a condition called atherosclerosis. The blood supply to the blood, heart also for its function is because blood supply. There is an artery which supplies blood to the heart, which is called the coronary arteries. For the coronary arteries to function properly, for the cardiac muscles to function properly, you require a good drug, and Terminalia Arjuna is a good drug. And more important, if you notice, your grandparents or parents who have some cardiac condition, they take an aspirin every day, right? ASA 75, ASA 25, whatever it is. Why? They are called as blood thinners. They are called as blood thinners. This blood thinners, when they take, what will happen over a period of time is, sometimes they get red patches without even knowing. Because the platelet level will become very low, and they suddenly one day they open up to see they have patches, red patches in this body. These are the adverse effects. Sometimes regular use of aspirin can cause gastritis in patients. But without all this feature, a blood thinner, a thing which will reduce the thickening of the blood vessel, which will reduce cholesterol, will improve the cardiac amplitude. A combination of all these benefits come from one bark, that is the bark of Terminalia Arjuna. It's also useful in the complication of diabetes. Diabetes patients develop a diabetic abscess. So in that condition also, this is very effective. Maradani you know well, but one important last name is hair colorant, you know, coloring resisting. But beware, most of the stones and hair colorants have some synthetic material which is harmful. So plug the leaves of your wound, add tea decoction, bring it to an acid pH, because once you bring it to the acid pH, the shade of color will be dark. If you are not in the acid pH, the shade will be lighter. That's why we ask you what acid you should have. Right. You add that, you get a nice color. But very important is, women get fungal infection in the leg, both in the leg and the intestine. They develop crack foot. What should they do? Wash it Trifala, Kadika, which is an antifungal, then apply Mardani. The fungal infection will go. It's okay, it's okay. This is one of the excellent South Indian herb used exclusively in Siddha, which is found to be effective in bronchogenic carcinoma as well. Don't worry. It's very effective in bronchogenic carcinoma as well. Cancer of the lungs. Cancer of the lungs, any narrowing, chronic smokers, people who work in chemical industries, people who work in cement industries, they have a narrowing of the respiratory tract, leading a condition called as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Even in those conditions, in bronchogenic carcinoma and various other conditions, Solanum trilobacter is an effective remedy. It's available in the form of a ghee, medicated ghee. Started with turmeric and ended with sandalwood. Okay? Sandalwood is very significant, high value. Today in the Times of India there is a big story about sandalwood, how it's being stolen from private farms in Coimbatore. Page 2 news today. Right? But sandalwood can calm down you. If you are under stress, you apply some sandal, you smell sandal, it calms your mind. One of the ingredients in Nilavembu Kudinir is sandalwood. One of the ingredients in Nilavembu Kudinir is sandalwood. And if you have somebody has urinary tract infection, in summertime elderly people get urinary tract infection and burning micturition. A small quantum. Little more than sesame seeds and little less than peppercorn. If you mix this paste of sandal into water and drink it, the urinary tract infection will be significantly controlled. Such is the effectiveness of sandal. It's not just ornamental, it's not just aromatic, it's also medicinal. This wasn't my name to talk to you. Aquarius calamus is a very good biopesticide. Right? But why I am talking about Aquarius calamus here is called a sweet flag. It smells sweet. It contains a compound called azorone. Why I am talking about this is because of this. On anti-lice. Most girls suffer from lice, right? That's a fact. That is happening. Right? So what we should do is make a paste of the fish, vasangal or dry vasangal. Apply it here. Apply it here. Next morning you will see your head is free of lice, but your pillow is full of lice. Right? So clean the pillow, wash the pillow, dry it and use it. But you will be free of lice. This is particular for students staying in hostels who share the pillows, who use common facilities. So Aquarius calamus is very, very important as an anti-lice agent. Very important. Every one of us will have to preserve our silk cloths. We have some special cloths for special occasions. To preserve the silk cloth, what you should do? Keep 1 or 2 pieces of vasangal into that.